What happens when the desperate beggar you humiliate on the street turns out to hold the keys to your entire future? Watch what happened when a ruthless woman let her toxic pride destroy her multi-million-dollar career in 60 seconds. You won't believe what happened next. Story setup. Amber Thorne only cares about wealth, social status, and expensive designer clothes. Today is the single most important day of her professional life. She arrives at the towering, glass-paneled headquarters of Wolf Industries. This high-paying vice president position will finally secure her a place among the city's elite. She steps out of her luxury vehicle with supreme, unshakable confidence. Her sharp designer heels click loudly and aggressively against the concrete pavement. She looks up at the massive skyscraper and smiles at her impending triumph. Nothing will stand in the way of her ambition today. The sidewalk encounter. Amber approaches the grand revolving glass doors of the skyscraper. A man in a ragged, grease-stained jacket sits directly on the cold concrete sidewalk. A faded gray woolen blanket covers his crossed legs. His hands are covered in dark soot, and his face looks completely weathered by the elements. He holds out a chipped ceramic coffee mug containing a few lonely pennies. The man gently asks Amber for $1 to buy a warm morning meal. Amber stops dead in her tracks and glares down at him with intense, fiery rage. She deliberately kicks the ceramic mug straight out of his trembling hand. The cup shatters into dozens of sharp pieces across the marble pavement. She screams that he is a lazy parasite who ruins the beauty of the corporate district. The beggar looks up into her eyes with a surprisingly calm, unbothered expression. He asks her if she truly believes wealth gives her the right to treat humans like trash. Amber laughs in his face and proudly claims that his entire existence is totally worthless. She forcefully grinds her expensive designer heel directly into his faded gray blanket. Rising to the top, Amber snaps her fingers loudly at the two nearby security guards. She demands they drag this disgusting filth away from the building perimeter immediately. She turns her back on the mess and struts proudly into the grand marble lobby. Her heart beats fast with a cruel sense of absolute superiority and triumph. She steps inside the private executive elevator and presses the button for the top floor. The golden elevator moves upward, leaving the street far behind. She catches her reflection in the polished mirror and adjusts her diamond earrings. The elevator doors slide open to reveal a massive, breathtaking penthouse reception area. A polite secretary greets her warmly and says the new global owner is ready for her. Amber takes a deep, confident breath and smooths down her tailored blazer. She pushes open the heavy, double mahogany doors to claim her glorious destiny. Shocking twist. The man in the chair. Then everything changed. Amber steps confidently across the thick Persian rug toward the massive executive desk. The high-backed leather chair slowly rotates around to face her. Sitting in that luxurious chair is the exact same man from the filthy sidewalk below. Nobody saw this coming. Christian Wolf stands up, revealing a flawlessly tailored three-piece Italian suit. He looks incredibly sharp, powerful, and immensely wealthy. He reaches up and calmly wipes a faint smudge of ash from his strong jawline. Amber's eyes widen in absolute horror as her brain struggles to process the image. Her breath catches in her throat, and her face turns completely pale. Christian reaches onto his sleek mahogany desk and picks up a jagged object. He holds up the broken handle of the exact same chipped ceramic mug she destroyed. He sets it down with a loud, echoey thud that shatters the silence of the room. The unmasking. Christian smiles coldly and asks Amber if he still looks like a lazy parasite to her. Amber stumbles backward, her expensive heels losing their confident grip on the floor. She opens her mouth to speak, but only a desperate, choked gasp comes out. Christian explains that he spends one single morning on the streets every single year. He uses the disguise to test the true, unvarnished character of his potential top executives. He tells her that resumes can easily lie, but a person's treatment of the poor never does. Amber realizes with total dread that she has walked right into a brilliant trap of her own making. Her dream of wealth and status crumbles into dust in front of her eyes. The very man she treated like absolute trash now completely controls her entire professional future. Payoff and lesson. The fall of Amber Thorne. Amber falls to her knees on the expensive rug and begins to cry hysterically. She frantically begs Christian for a second chance and blames her behavior on stress. Christian ignores her tears and picks up her pristine resume from his desk. He slowly rips the paper into tiny pieces and lets them drop to the floor like snow. He presses the intercom button and orders security to remove the trash from his office. The same two security guards enter the room and grab Amber by her arms. They drag her kicking and screaming through the lobby where everyone can see her shame. Christian immediately sends a blacklisting notice to every major firm in the global industry. By afternoon, Amber's professional reputation is completely and permanently destroyed. She stands on the same sidewalk outside, jobless, penniless, and totally broken. The ending. She looks down at the shattered pieces of the ceramic mug still lying in the gutter. Her toxic pride has cost her the very lifestyle she sacrificed her humanity to achieve. Christian Wolf watches her from his high window, continuing to lead with honor and humility. True power is never measured by the size of your bank account or your expensive clothes. It is measured by how you treat the people who can do absolutely nothing for you.